completely different.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
So there's Dalton, which is a suburb of Chicago, kind of a little ghetto, not quite ghetto, but it's not nice. And the mayor makes about $300,000 a year, and no one knows where she's used all the money that's supposed to go to the city. And her and her boyfriend make $300K together, and they're accused of skipping rent. This dirty, rotten bitch just thinks she can do whatever she can because she's an Illinois politician. And that's the problem, is that they don't prosecute any Illinois politicians unless your name is Rod Blagojevich or Jim Ryan.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard has a new battle on her hands.
She is being evicted for not paying her rent, and
Why wouldn't you pay your rent? You make $300,000, dummy.
now her landlord is talking about her past tenant troubles.
Dane Placco has the latest on the drama in Dalton.
Hell yeah.
Mayor Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, are together pulling down well over $300,000 from taxpayers, according to public payroll records. But they haven't paid their rent since August.
Oh, that's good. If I don't pay my rent by August 4th, I literally get an eviction notice on my door.
And now their landlord says she's had enough.
Initially, I didn't want to go on camera, but right now I feel like I'm at wit's end. I have nowhere else to turn.
Now, Janetta Hull says she considered Tiffany Henyard a friend and even did campaign work for the Dalton mayor.
Yeah, here's the thing. When you're a sociopath, you can have friends, but in the end, you end up using them.
Now, Janetta Hull says she considered Tiffany Henyard a friend and even did campaign work for the Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. But things changed in 2021 when she was about to rent out this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home she owns in Dalton to a family and got a late-night call from the mayor.
And
It's crazy. They're showing a house that people can afford on $300,000, and it's not small, but man, you can get so much more for $300K in Florida.
like, hey, this is Mayor Henyard. And I'm like, hi. And then she's like, I heard that you were renting your house. And I said, yeah. And I said, I have somebody that's moving in soon. And she says, no, they can't move in because I want it. And I'm like, excuse me?
Oh, that's a good old sociopathic politician.
Feeling pressured, Hull says she agreed to rent the house to Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods.
You know what I can't stand about people? Morning radio people do this. And I'm not always trying to throw shots at morning radio. It's just my experience. But morning radio does this. TV anchors do this. Athletes do this. I guess politicians do this. Public figures do this. Is they think they're above people. And it's like, you poop in the morning, and I bet it smells real bad, Henyard. And the second thing is, like, you're going to die someday. Just because you have a little bit of power doesn't mean you're better than anybody. But that's the problem, is they get power trips. And she's not been prosecuted, so she's literally able to get away with it. Dirty, rotten bitch.
Who holds a 6-figure job at the township. Henyard signed the original lease, and on the line asking about her job.
You see here, she only put mayor.
Yeah, it's probably the only word she's able to spell. I bet she can't even spell the city right. She doesn't look like the smartest person.
For employment.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000 as mayor and township supervisor, but is the focus of an ongoing FBI investigation.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be investigating her since the beginning of the year, but nothing's happening. You know, you got the FBI going, we're looking into her. At some point, we're going to get her. At some point, she's going to get caught. Hey, everybody, we're waiting. Hello. You have enough evidence, you're afraid to do it.
For extravagant spending, questionable contracts, and using tax dollars for personal gain.
Bitch.
Hull says things started to unravel this summer when she was forced to raise the rent by $200 to $2,400 a month.
Oh, my goodness. The problem is, I don't get people with power trips. Again, I'm not trying to be mortal or morbid, but it's like, you're not that important. On the grand spec of things, people might Google you in 100 years and see your corruption, but when we die, we get forgotten about within 20 years. Cool, you're the current mayor of not Chicago, but of Dalton. That's so riveting. But no one likes you. You're not going to be remembered well.
Because her property taxes went up again.
So with that, I had to equate that into the rent. And Kamal said that he couldn't afford it.
You make $300K a year. I don't know if you're spending on all the wigs your girl wears, because she's probably bald like Jada Pinkett Smith.
She says Henyard and Woods refused to pay the extra rent in August, then stopped paying altogether.
Can you imagine if I did that, or anybody who lived in Dalton, Illinois did that, and she found out the mayor did? She would have them evicted. Oh, but because you're the mayor, you should get away with anything. How does it feel, Tiffany Henyard, to know that no one likes you, even your boyfriend, when you're laying at home watching Unreasonable Doubt or Power or whatever urban show you're watching? Maybe you watch Friends. What I'm saying is, while you're laying at home by yourself, he's probably cheating on you because you're probably insufferable to date. No one likes you. That's got to be crazy that no one likes you.
Did they pay for September?
No.
Did they pay for October?
No.
That's why you're trying to get them removed?
Yes.
You should be able to get them removed. I don't care if you're the mayor. You can't just do that.
Hull says not only are the couple thousands of dollars behind in rent, but they also changed the locks and garage door code so she can't get inside.
Again, if anybody else did this, I don't get why politicians get a slide. This is why I'm not voting. And it drives a lot of my older listeners nuts, but I'm not going to support corrupt politicians. Now, I know Kamala, who I would vote for, is not as corrupt as her, but these are the people leading us. We're getting screwed. At least kiss us before you screw us.
If I push and go over there with the locksmith and try to change him back, I think that she's going to probably have me arrested.
So,
For what? What could she arrest you for? Stand on something. I was going to say have some balls, but you're a woman, but like, just go for it. It'll get national attention. I just can't imagine being Tiffany. It's like, you're a disgusting person. You're a moron.
Hull went to court and
then whenever you get caught in the meeting and people bitch about you, you go, but you're going against the black people. If you want things to be equal and not racist, just because you're black doesn't mean you should be able to get away with things. The Chicago mayor does it too, because they're both corrupt morons. And we'll get to the Chicago mayor in a second. But it's like whenever they get caught doing something, they go, well, you try to go against the black person. Okay, yeah, you're black. You're also doing very corrupt things. And if a white guy was doing that, you would go after them. So shut the hell up.
Have me arrested.
so Hull went to court and filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and Woods. But Cook County sheriffs have tried and failed to serve that suit.
Then that means the Cook County servants are a bunch of beta male that are whipped. If nobody has the guts to go after that, you are whipped. You are a beta male. You are a bitch. If you're going to let Tiffany Henyard, who probably spends thousands on wigs, if you're going to let that little petite woman, probably got a big booty, if you're going to let her dictate what you do, you're whipped. You're pathetic. I would say you're an embarrassment to Illinois, but Illinois in general is an embarrassment to Illinois.
Both at the home and Village Hall. Now Hull is paying a process server to track one of them down. What position does this put you in?
A very hard position.
It shouldn't be. If I were her, I would face everything to go down and get that dirty, rotten bitch in trouble. And I don't like calling women bitches, but Tiffany Henyard, you're lucky I'm just calling you a bitch. Wish I could say every word. You're the worst. You make all women look bad. You make all black women look bad. Racist people be like, look at what's going on there. So you're actually hurting your ethnicity, you imbecile.
Happy hour. Happy hour.